Earlier, a bunch of stuff happened on Imagine Dungeons, and this is that stuff.
Leadhead seems to be like putting cloth all over himself as he's like in the compartment on the boat. You know how that is? I think he's talking to the wizard somewhere.
Swell, you old sack of shit. You're done. You got nothing. Let the guy go and get the hell out of here, man.
He points the wand at you. This is for all the times that you judged me. Roll a D100.
Oh.
The crystals glow, but nothing seems to happen.
Ominous.
Donny was at 3. He's now no longer at 3.
Oh, no.
Glint has entered storm form.
Swill gets thrown up from the explosion into the side of the wall. Swill and Ramshackle seem to be knocked out.
Shoot.
And then the tunnel collapses,
Oh, no.
cutting you off from them. After the dust settles, you can tell that there's been a cave-in, and Swill and Ramshackle are stuck. As far as you know, you'd be aware they're at least unconscious because all of your concentration and their concentration ends. There's a haze from the rocks that fell, but in the southwest corner of the room, there's a pile of stuff. You can't really tell, just like a pile of stuff in the corner. It looks like it's under some rags. There are some magic crystals in the south corner. There's a glowing blue cistern that you're aware is a portal to the pond up above. There is a large fossil, and there's that collapsed tunnel.
Donnie's kind of coming to seeing what's happened, and he's gonna kind of like, he's checking his hands, checking his face, not really sure who brought him back. Then while he's looking at his hands, he grabs a finger and he points it to the area that Swill and Ramshackle were, and he casts message.
Wizard friend, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Message, I don't think I've used that yet. You can point your finger towards a creature within range and whisper a message. So because I'm spell sniper now, it's 120 feet. I can cast this spell through solid objects if I'm familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. This might be too much, though, because it's like magical silence, a foot of stone. Yeah, it's probably further than that. It doesn't have to follow a straight line. It can travel freely around corners or through openings. So maybe I'm hoping more that it's like not airtight through there, but just give it a shot to see.
Fiddlesticks steps far away from Donny when he does this.
Thank you. Okay, so first, Donny, I think this is a great use of the spell. You feel like it should connect, even through like these like clattered stones that clog the tunnel, but it doesn't. However, you can take inspiration for thinking of that use of the spell. I'm a really big fan of that. You also need to roll a D100 though.
I
That's
forgot.
why I stepped away.
I didn't think about it till you did step away. So 79. I get all my health back. Thank you. Next.
Out from the crystals, you see some fluttering as it almost looks like flowers are growing out of the crystals, and then a bunch of butterflies spring forth and start flying around you, Donny. The flumps are trying to eat them if they get too close.
Now, this place is just a little wild.
Yeah, pretty unreal.
And I think he's like, as he's saying that, he's like, can't decide who he wants to defend because both of these creatures seem so helpless. And so it's just like he's trying to grab. And I think I summoned those too. I think those are both the spell. a couple of the spells that I created. And so he's like responsible for all these helpless,
New
beautiful
creatures.
things, fun things.
Glint is mortified at what he's done to Ridley's brother-in-law. Ridley, I had no idea this would happen. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt him.
Oh, no, you're fine. I mean, Trident, you just kind of wipe it off and we'll be good to go. Yeah, I'm all good. Who are you? Oh, Swill?
Yes, he's your family.
No, screw that guy. He'll be fine. One thing I know about Swill is he refuses to know when to quit. And this situation should be no different. And yeah, Ridley's going to put a hand on your shoulder, on Glint's shoulder. No. Everybody in here okay?
Visual update for some of the wild magic that happened. Sue is still wearing the giant ball cap.
I forgot about that.
Because her hair has fallen out. Ridley, you have a seaweed beard, and your
So sick.
turtle leather is a light blue.
I forgot.
Great.
How does Fiddlesticks look?
Just as fine as ever.
That's what I like to hear.
Dump truck still dumping.
Dump truck still
Yes.
dumping.
Still juicy dumper. That is canon.
How are you
Cannon.
rogan with all that thigh meat?
JD.
That's how.
Donny is kind of looking around and he's like, okay, I know I blacked out here. Who helped me here? What happened? Does anybody
Well, now-
remember?
I think it was Ridley. Ridley, he's got your back.
It was me. You're welcome.
Donny walks over and he's like, Ridley, this is perfect, man. Once we get out of this cave, I got a little something special for you, brother. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Anytime. Everybody, how is everybody doing?
I mean, are we concerned about the people that are under the rock? Should we maybe dig them out? Are we just saying, call it done?
Oh, Swill?
What are we thinking here?
He refuses to quit.
Well, yes, you did say that. But are we quitting on him?
I'm fine to quit on him myself. I was going to talk to the wizard over there, old Rusty Shards. I couldn't hear anything from him. I tried to do a message here through the stone, but I got a sense that he couldn't get it.
Can I do an investigation check to get a feel? If I start digging out these rocks to try and find Ramshackle, do I think it's going to cave in? Whatever roll you want me to make.
Yeah, you can make a investigation or nature check. Donny, you can make some kind of charisma check, since that's your spellcasting modifier, to see if you can put together why the message didn't go through.
Don't mind if I do.
Joke's on you. I'm bad at both.
We're going to do a persuasion check. That's 18 plus 6, 24.
Ooh. Donny, they were messing with the portal. It either worked in the last second or they are dead on the other side.
18 minus 2, 16.
So it'll take probably 12 to 14 hours of digging to get all this rock out of the way.
Not a good plan.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Always.
Donny tells everybody either they found a clever way out or, they didn't.
Well, I don't hear a chorus of angels singing, so I'm going to assume they're not dead.
You speak Celestial?
I just know when good things happen.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So-
If you I'm saying that Swill's a douche.
Speaking of good things, Fiddles, roll me a perception check.
Yeah, I would love nothing more.
Dust off the old Sipsh. See how she fares.
That's an 18 minus 1, 17.
Ooh.
With a 17, you smell a great metallic smell that you are all too familiar with. It's the smell of gold coming from that pile in the corner of the room.
It's also all of Ridley's blood. I just realized that I'm at 1 HP.
2 over here.
1.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel you. Hey, I think if I had to explain to you guys how I know this, it would make everybody uncomfortable, but suffice it to say, methinks there's gold in them there floor. I'm not very good at the pirate lingo yet. I smell gold right now.
There's a pile of something stacked under that's covered with rags.
Yeah, Fiddles goes and grabs that, removes the rags, I think sniffs the rags also just to get a good stink.
When you pick up the rags, you see that they're all sewn together to make a makeshift little robe.
I put that on.
There's
I put that on.
16 gold pieces. There's 3 rubies that are worth 50 gold each. 2 sapphire, same thing there. And a diamond that's worth 100 gold.
Is everybody comfortable with all the money just going in the triple dipper and also with the robe just going on me?
On the Little Dipper?
On the I think that was both Jordan and Fiddle's reaction to that.
Absolutely, honey. You took it away.
Done.
There are 2 potions. One is in pretty large. It almost looks like a vase. It's like if you enlarged a normal potion vial. It's a potion of hill giant strength. And then a hot red potion that is a potion of fire breath.
Sick.
The robe you picked up is called the Robe of Useful Items. There are patches that are sewn into it. And while you're wearing this robe, you can use an action to rip off one of the patches and it becomes the object or the creature that it represents.
Whoa.
That's so fun.
That's
I,
really fun.
amazing.
does Fiddles like recognize this robe or how? Like I just know this.
This is famous among both tricksters and halflings.
Incredible. Just in the spirit of transparency, just trying to turn over a new leaf. This robe is good and has some cool things that it can do. Anybody want a taste? Anybody want the robe or?
I'd save a taste for when we're away from the glowing part of the cave. But yeah, I'd love to see it in action. Yeah, I don't want it.
It does look just your size. I think that you should wear it.
Dunzo.
I'm good hanging dome over here.
I don't think I like that.
Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you guys, Ridley is naked. Like Dr. Manhattan.
You have the suit and tie and then nothing beneath
And then
that.
nothing. Winnie the Pooh style?
Yeah.
Aw.
Sorry. We can strike all that. And Doge, here's where you're gonna stop the cut. You're gonna man,
Here, right
Matt.
here. Right here. Glenn's going to walk over to Fiddlesticks and offer a knuckle bump.
Yeah, Fiddlesticks does that.
Wow.
Nothing like 2 friends going to a wizard's tower and getting some cool new clothes, huh, buddy?
There's nothing better. There's nothing better, my man.
I like your new robe. Do you like my glasses?
I really like your glasses, man. They're great.
Thanks.
Are we in a brainstorm here?
Fiddlesticks licks his finger and holds it up, just checking the wind to see if we're in a storm.
Do we agree that if we're in a brainstorm, there are no bad ideas in a brainstorm?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
certainly.
Fiddlesticks touches his nose and points.
So one idea I had is Glint. What if we just ran one of your bombs into this rubble here?
We are. I checked the forecast and we are still in a brainstorm. So
No bad
good ideas. Also, here's another contender for the label of good idea. What if we use this portal over here to leave instead of a bomb?
Also, isn't there a ladder that we came down, y'all?
Yeah, but
Feels like we got
knees.
options. Yeah.
Isn't your nephew just like waiting for us at the top of this ladder?
Yeah, I feel like we got to go back and get snaps.
Did you say snacks?
Well, that too,
I would
you
get
know me.
snacks.
He probably has made more nachos. You can't keep that kid out of the kitchen.
Oh, we're going to be best friends. I can't wait.
Donnie walks up to Ridley, maybe to where only Ridley can hear, and is like, "Hey, man, listen. If it comes down to it, I don't mind being the one. I've seen a lot of death. You know, I've fought in basically the caverns of hell to keep demons at bay, and I've seen a lot of people die. I'm fine to tell your nephew that his dad is dead. I just want to lay it out there for you. I don't mind saying it. I'm sure it might be tough for you, but I'm happy to get in there and just let him know. I can write a song about it, or I can just tell him straight. I'd look at him in the eyes and say, Snaps, your dad is dead. Probably what I'd say. But I'm here for you, man. Just want to say that. You saved my life. I figured I could tell your sweet nephew that his dad lost his. So
Try one more read on that.
Maybe I won't say anything because we don't know.
No. I'm saying I want the same script, but maybe with a little bit more sage wisdom.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Snaps, listen, man. You got to get used to making nachos for one. I'm afraid. Because your dad's dead.
Oof.
What about for and Sue counts on their fingers. Ridley, Glint, Fiddles, me, Leadhead, however many people there are, and says, "What about that many?"
You guys hear Davy? It looks like he's messing around with the skull of the fossil, but he suddenly starts excitedly and turns around and looks at you guys and points into the eye socket of the fossil.
Can I make a? Yeah. Who's going over to see the skull?
Is
I
your
got 2
baby?
HP. I'm not going over to see anything that's not shiny.
I would, for sure. Donny be looking.
All right, Donny, you see popping through the different holes of this skull is a small little monkey with a name tag
What?
wrapped around its neck that says Thumbs.
Thumb?
We have so many little buddies, guys.
Donnie like
What?
puts out his like hand, like puts his hand like down, like to try and get Thumbs
Sniffies?
to come out a little bit more. Yeah.
He slowly crawls out of the hole and
Animal
reaches
handling.
to grab your finger. And when he does it, you see that he has an extra thumb on his hand.
Oh my God.
On the one hand or on both?
On both.
Wow.
Surprise! He's a koala.
Look at him. His little icons on our screen now too.
Dude.
He's so cute.
Donnie turns around and he says, friends, quick question for you. Who's got 4 thumbs and is just too cute? This guy right here.
He starts making a bunch of hand motions. When Thumbs sees that no one is understanding what he's saying, he hops onto the ground and writes in the dust. He draws a little picture of a hat and a question mark next to it.
Oh. Hey, I think he's asking where the wizard went.
Oh.
You got that from a hat?
Oh, I thought he wanted my hat. I was about to give the monkey my hat.
Who else wears iconic hats? And also, what are the odds the monkey doesn't know the guy whose house he's in?
The wizard, he was wearing a cowboy hat. We forgot to mention that before, but he's got a huge cowboy hat on.
It goes from the top of his head to his waist.
I seem to remember that he preferred people to call him Tex.
Is he drawing a wizard hat?
Yeah.
Got it in one.
While people are kind of wondering about this, Donnie, in efforts to like communicate with Thumbs, has grabbed one of the heavier rocks nearby, and then he just drops it on the drawing and like shrugs at Thumbs.
I thought you were going to have the same conversation with Thumbs as you were Snaps.
Oh yeah, that would have been good too.
Donnie's been hanging out with Fiddlesticks between episodes, I think.
Thumbs looks down for a moment and then looks over at where the tunnel collapsed, tilts his head, and
We haven't talked about this. Maybe this should be in game. I don't think that they're dead. I don't think that the tunnel fell on them.
I don't either.
think that the tunnel is blocking us.
That was Fiddles' point earlier, is that he did not feel a shift where the universe sighed a great relief that Swill died.
Yes. Right.
I think they
Donnie,
escaped.
It feels like Donnie thinks they're dead. I'm curious if Thumbs, okay. Ridley grabs a stick and he tries to do it like a crude drawing of the rock wall.
Donnie's not certain they're dead. He's just ready to share the news. He's just showing he's not afraid to tell people the truth. What could be the bad news, I guess.
While Ridley is making this elaborate drawing of a pile of rocks, I think I'm just gonna look at Thumbs and be like, I know that you can't speak our language? Do you understand us when we talk to you?
Ridley is sweating.
He gives like a middling hand wave. So.
This is más o menos.
Okay. I drew a pile of rocks with an arrow at a hole.
Nice.
And then I should draw a monkey going into the hole in the rock wall.
And then,
Yep.
Comprende?
Thumbs walks over there, but he clearly can't fit through any of the gaps.
Would I have known that if I had just asked you?
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's cool though. That's storytelling. Story
we have like
living.
enlarge or
Fiddlesticks
reduce.
is going to slip over to Davy Sprocket and just sort of be like,
hey man, any chance of like a translation service or anything that you got going on? Any way you can talk to this little cat? And by cat I mean monkey, but like cool cat situation? Or?
Davey turns to you and just gives like a solemn nod and walks over to Thumbs and then just offers a fist bump.
it's even better.
I got
And
this.
Thumbs just pets it.
Fiddles is emphatically thumbs upping towards Davy Sprocket when he turns around, just so you know.
Davey will give it back.
Yes. Ooh, wait. What are the limitations of this robe of useful items?
What do you want to do?
Well, you said I can pull off like one of the rags. So it does. Number one, does it have a limited number of uses? I guess is my question.
Yeah, so you for sure have 2 of each of the following patches. You have 2 daggers, 2 bullseye lanterns that are ready to use, 2 steel mirrors, 2 10-foot poles, 100 feet of rope, and 2 sacks. You also have a couple you have 9 patches that have question marks on them.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Ooh.
Do we know anything about the question mark patches? Are they like? Do we know anything about how those work?
From what you know about this robe, you know that they are mystery items of use.
Is it like situational?
It functions more like the wild magic from the crystals than it does.
It's like getting a question mark in Mario Kart.
Okay,
Exactly. That's exactly what it's like.
got it.
It's like if Mario Kart was a jacket. It couldn't be more.
That makes total sense to me now. Thank you so much. Okay, that is not going to help in the way that I was hoping it would. Then okay.
Mario Cardigan.
Mario Cardigan.
That's what it is. It's the Mario Cardigan.
The Mario Cardigan.
Thumbs.
It's Cardigan with a K.
Yep. Nope. Already ahead of you.
Yes.
Thumbs is he keeps fidgeting with his thumbs. He does a little thumb war with himself, and then he
Cute.
ushers everybody to follow him, and he starts climbing up the ladder.
I told y'all the ladder. It was right here all along.
Do you guys collectively feel like we should listen to Sue a lot more often?
In the kitchen, Snaps is putting a bunch of cooking items, like raw vegetables and things like that, cilantro, in a large bag. And he has 6 platters of cooked nachos laid out,
Magic.
ready to be consumed.
Amazing.
Now, I knew you'd take care of us, Snaps.
I absolutely am going to. Can we get any health off of these nachos?
Sure, everybody can get 2 health from their platter of
Oh.
nachos.
200% increase.
While Thumbs runs off into the library, Snaps turns around and is like, is everybody okay? Grandpa? He's very confused about Ridley's appearance.
Oh, I thought you were telling me that my dad was Thumbs.
I thought so too, dude. That was my first thought. That was my first thought.
That's way more interesting.
Dad? What? Oh no, it's a long story. No, it's still Ridley. Hey, Snaps, thank you for the nachos, kiddo. Listen, we need to talk for just a second. Your dad is he ran away again. Kiddo.
he starts eating the nachos off of your plate as he's like nodding his head. Oh, again, huh?
Yeah. But I think he'll be back. I think he'll be back, and you can tell like Ridley's even trying to like convince himself in this moment. But hey, before he left, he asked me if I could watch out for you for a little while. And so you can roll with us. We are happy to have you. And when he's done on this next adventure, we'll make sure to circle back, and you'll be reunited. It'll be a good time. But until then, I know I'm no replacement, but I'm happy to be your old man here for a little bit.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool. I'd love to hang out with you and the team. And I'm just gonna go stand over here and make sure all the stuff is packed up. There's a donut dragon over there. It's gonna take a little bit.
From across the room, you just hear Sue. I could always use a little Sue.
Yeah, that's fine. He always comes back, so I'm sure we'll find him somewhere.
Oh, shit.
And he kind of slumps over to the corner of the room.
Yeah, Ridley is not. He's not sure. He tried to paint himself a few back doors out of that conversation, but he's just starting to realize that this may be more final. Even if he didn't die, how are we gonna? We don't have a wizard circle to get through a pipe.
Glint's been watching this happen from across the room. I'm gonna head over and walk over to Snaps. Hey, Snaps, do you still have those cards that we were looking at before we went down underneath the kitchen?
Oh yeah, and he pulls them out. They're sticky.
Oh, good. I was worried they wouldn't be sticky, but at least they are. So, and this is, you can't tell anyone, okay? This is a secret. I've never actually played Forge Fighters before. I just collected the cards. I thought the art was nice, and I liked the idea of playing. Can you teach me how to play? Why don't we play right now?
Oh yeah, yeah. Sit down. I'll show you. And he pulls out his second deck. He's like, I keep it on me. Just it's a quick way to make money on the docks.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Yes. Let's. Okay. Step 1 is I learn how to play, and then maybe like step 100 is you teach me how to swindle people with Forge Fighters. But let's play the regular way first. Let me try and get my mind wrapped around that first.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Fiddlesticks slides over to Donny and just goes,
Do you think we're going to have to listen to an entire card game right now?
Yeah, probably. There's other rooms around here, though, and I'd rather punt around that gold pumpkin than stay in here. So if you're down, I'm down.
Let's have a catch.
Thumbs comes back. He's dragging a book on the ground because he can't pick it up.
Cute.
And he flips to a page. There's a map of the area. Ramshackle has clearly made little annotations on the map. And he circled the fork in the river and annotated Hag of Crossfork. And he points to you guys and then points to the annotation. And then does like the little fingers moving like legs. Points to you guys and then he points to the circle.
Can you do it with his 2 thumbs instead, though?
That's way better.
Out of character, I feel like we need a rest.
Yeah.
Mr. Thumbs, we need sleep. No owl bear. We need sleep. No owl bear. Here, safe?
How far are we from our boat, also?
Ridley is screaming these words.
It's down the cliff. The boat is. Thumbs, after a couple times screaming, it looks like it kind of dawns on him. And he points at the couch in the study and then gives you a thumbs up and then does the sleeping motion.
Would it be a ridiculous idea to like gather up all our homies and head back to the boat for a long rest? Like, would it be stupid to do that?
No, that'd work.
Okay, I didn't know how far
that was.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That's not that far.
I want to do that. I'm curious if the elves are back. I want to check on Leadhead.
Do y'all,
Okay, great.
anybody interested in heading back to Boat Sweet Boat before we head to this Hag's Fork?
Have a great summer.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
I've
done.
got everything I need. Let's go.
Donnie makes sure to like put his hand out like the first time he met Thumbs as kind of like you coming with us.
Thumbs shakes his head, and then he shows you at the top of the bookshelf is like a little. It's like a basket that has a hole in it, like a birdhouse, that he uses as his little bed.
Can we take it with us?
I mean, he doesn't seem like he wants to go.
Roll for initiative.
Okay. Does it feel like though he has food here?
He's got
because
He's fine.
his owner is dead.
We don't know that.
He's gonna be fine. He's gonna be fine.
He does have a
He's
magic
the
garden
owner.
outside. We do know that.
He's fine.
That's true.
His
Okay.
owner is
This is a
having a
fantasy
long
world.
sleep on the other side of some rocks.
That's true. We do think they got away.
I don't think they got away. I think that they got knocked out but not killed.
I think that's clear. That's what we're going to check, right? Like Thumbs points to like this is where he would be if that worked.
Could be. Man.
Man, this is why you're playing a smart character.
While you guys are walking to the boat, I need everybody except for Jordan to turn their headphones off and leave the camera. Give us 10 minutes. That'll be enough.
Okay, right now?
Yes.
Cool.
Okay, bye.
Fiddles, as everybody leaves, you see that there is clearly a bathroom.
Mhm.
And, just like all the other rich people, Ramshackle has one of the wands of control water that flushes the toilet. And you feel this urge. It's probably enhanced by the sword that you have this uncontrollable desire to change something about yourself. And so why don't you go into the bathroom and tell us what you change and how you do that.
So Fiddlesticks walks into the bathroom. I assume excuses himself like very, very normally, just like gotta use the can, everybody. Duty calls. And then just sort of wanders towards the bathroom really casually, shuts the door. Is there a lock on the door?
Yes.
Shuts the door and locks it. And then I think, do we have a sink and a mirror in here?
There's a mirror and
Like a basin?
like a basin. Yeah.
Got it. I think Fiddles puts his hands on the basin and locks eyes with himself in the mirror and takes kind of like a deep, ragged, like, and begins to play with a pinky ring on his left hand. And just for a moment, sort of the same way that like you might take off a heavy backpack just for a minute on a hike, just to let your shoulders stretch. Fiddlesticks removes the ring from his pinky. And she sighs. She takes another big breath and she looks in the mirror again as her hair has fallen to about her shoulders and she's lost roughly an inch of that height that she's so proud of. There's not a lot of difference in her appearance, and as she sort of locks eyes with herself in the mirror, she takes comfort in that it doesn't always feel that different when she changes. She takes a moment to kind of shake out her hair and just revel in the fact that it doesn't have to be hidden and tied up so that the the ring of disguised self isn't caught, and she just breathes a sigh of relief to feel like herself just for a moment. And I think she looks in the mirror and says really, really quietly, but just to herself, "You're still you, but now you're gonna have blue eyes. You just gotta. I don't really know why, but it sounds hot." And then she puts the ring back on her pinky finger, and once again, she looks just like Fiddlesticks that everybody else in this crew knows. A young halfling boy with pretty short, dark brown hair and formerly hazelish eyes that are now a fairly striking blue, I would say. A fairly beautiful, I would say the kind of blue that you can really get lost in. The kind of blue that really takes you for a ride. And then I think just flushes ye old toilet just to really drive it home, and heads back out.
As you guys are walking out, I need everybody to make an Arcana check as you're leaving. Doge, you can do it with advantage.
Ooh.
6 + 1, that's a 7 for Donny.
15 - 2, 13 for Sue.
Ooh. 17 + 1, 18 for Fiddles.
3 + 0. 3 for Ridley.
First one was a 15. Second one, 15 + 5, 20. Second one was a 5 + 6 + 5, 11. I'll take the 20, I think.
Nice.
Is the one I'd like to use.
Makes sense.
I'll take the 20.
Yeah, I think I'll take the 20.
I'm literally taking the 20 right now.
I'm literally probably going to take the 20.
Fiddles, Glint, both of you guys realize as you're walking out of the tower that fossil down there was a dragon fossil. And with a 20, Glint, you can put together that with dragon bones down there, you could source a whole lot of magic. So that's why a wizard would build his tower on top of it. You make it to the boat. Leadhead is down there in the cab, and he is covered in cloth. He looks like he has tried to cover up every inch of his skin. And Nicole Kidman is perched on top of him.
Any sign of our elven friends?
They are not there.
Leadhead, what's with the mummy routine, buddy?
The mummy?
The cloth. All the cloth on you.
My skin was just starting to hurt.
You need some sunscreen, baby.
Did you go inside?
As he kind of looks toward you guys, you see that his eyes are bloodshot.
Vampire sunlight, is that what we're getting?
Oh.
Do we have an below deck? What does our ship look like again?
How do I describe it? It's like a large canoe. They could fit probably 20, 25 people, but it has a cab in the middle, but it's not enclosed. So every once in a while, a ray of sunshine can get in there.
Well, we do have some wood. Anybody want to build our sweet baby boy a little enclosed house?
That'd be nice.
A captain's quarters.
Yeah.
Hey, Leadhead, do you want an inside?
That would be real nice. I'm sorry, I don't mean to be a burden.
Hey,
It's starting to get to me.
Fiddles puts an arm, reaches up, and puts an arm as close to Leadhead's shoulder as he can manage.
Make it to the bicep.
Yeah, about to the bicep. And Fiddles just says,
hey, bend down real quick. Be respectful.
He slouches over.
Then Fiddles puts his hand on Leadhead's shoulder and he says,
We're all huge burdens. You fit right in, pal. Let's get you an outhouse. Let's make a room for you, man.
Thanks, and I will do my best to not drink your blood while you're sleeping.
Okay.
Oop.
All right.
Strange, yes.
All right.
Strange detail.
Donny leans down and he's like, "Hey, Phil, let's make sure there's a lock on that there, son. What do you think?"
On the outside.
Okay,
The outside.
outside looking in kind of situation. Appreciate you.
Fiddles just opens the bag of holding and sort of looks at Ridley and says,
Hey, Mr. Boatman. What do you know about modifying boats?
Can I intimidate the wood into...
Unless you're proficient with carpenter's tools, you're going to make a straight dex or straight strength check. This is going to take a couple hours, and this is not counting the repairs to the floor.
Yeah, I did want to make sure. Do we have enough wood to do all of this?
You do.
Okay.
We got a bunch of wood. I don't think it has to be a big room. You said a dex check could work?
Straight dex or straight strength.
Got it.
So it didn't give me my +2. So it was a 13 + 2, 15 for strength.
I rolled a 9, but it didn't add my +3 to it. I'm confused.
With that, you're able to build, a pretty makeshift couple walls.
Would you call it ramshackle?
Yeah, a little ramshackle in and out house.
Nice.
When you finish, the sun is starting to go down. The elves come back around this time.
Oh, nice.
Oh, I thought they were gone.
I was about to send Nicole out on a search.
Hail and well met, friends.
Fiddles elbows Glint and is like, homies, remember.
Homies, hail and well met, homies.
They weren't going to respond to the first greeting call, but to the second one, they're like, "We are not goblins. We do not speak to each other as this."
Hail and well met, esteemed colleagues.
I suppose.
Y'all want to huff some of this lunch?
You've gotten cilantro and another turtle. Okay. We also have acquired news. There are elves in these woods, the Valinor elves. I'm not sure how much you know of their culture, but they have an elite crew of warriors who are known to ride wyverns. And we found some of their tracks in the forest.
Oh, great.
We should keep our eyes on the sky.
And are they cool or?
They are warmongers.
Okay.
We believe, Glint, that you have mentioned the famous raptor rider Velas before.
Yes, she's somewhat of a hero of mine.
Yes, one of her great deeds that likely did not make it to the plains was fighting off a group of wyvern riders.
Oh, excellent. And they're here now, where we are.
Somewhere around here, yes.
Good. Yeah, good. Good. No, that's good. The enemy of my hero is my enemy. That's what they say, right? Good. I'm glad they're here. Good. That's good for us. We're going to be fine. Leadhead won't drink our blood. It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine.
Yeah, so before bed, on that note, in my inventory, I did start with just a small bell. And I am going to attach that bell to the door of Leadhead's little house situation. I think it'd just be better for all of us if it dings.
Smart.
You guys remember when we were up in a beautiful castle with a bunch of doors, a fire pit, and places to sleep with a four-thumbed monkey, and then God said that we could sleep on our boat if we wanted? And so then we did that, and instead he was like, oh yeah, you're surrounded by warmongers, and then your friend wants to eat you.
I don't think he wants to eat us.
Y'all remember when God did that?
I think Glint's going to watch you tie that to the door, the belt to the
Great,
door.
you can watch me do whatever you want.
And then, I want to pull you to the side and she'll be like, so am I to understand that Leadhead, our captain, if you will, our friend Leadhead, his existence is to be inside the in and out house while the sun is up during the day. And then at night, we're also locking him in the room?
No. No.
This is not a house. This is a prison cell.
Just while we sleep.
But during the day, he can't be out of it.
Yes, he can. He just has to cover up. This is just for shade so he can be chill and cool.
I think we need to find a way to help him.
Sure. I don't think anybody's on the opposite side of this argument.
I have 3 HP, and 66% of that is nachos.
Yeah, it's honk shoe time, baby. Let's do it.
Ridley is going to sit down directly in front of the door, and then he's going to roll and lay on his stomach, and then his arms and his head disappear entirely into his shell. As a door wedge.
when we built this In-N-Out house, did we cut a little moon in the door like a real
for
house?
sure we did.
Okay. I'm gonna, once Ridley is definitely asleep, I'm gonna just put a foot up on his shell and peek into the moon on the door. And just see if I can see Leadhead.
Yeah, Leadhead is slumped inside. He looks very sad.
I want to remind everybody that we asked Leadhead if he wanted this room, and he said yes. We did not create a prison in which to put our friend that we like. I want to be so clear about this. I literally said, Leadhead, do you want a room to be inside? And he said, yes, please.
But now it's nighttime.
Once Sue gets her hair back, he's going to get a cool hat, too.
I thought
we
that
have
same
more ups in front of us.
Leadhead, thank you for volunteering for this.
Yeah, if you guys got some chains, you probably don't need them now, but around like day 7, without Captain's potions, it starts to get real bad. So
What potion?
Oh, all right. Well, I hope it doesn't come to that, buddy.
yeah, me too. I mean, you guys got any enemies or like
I mean, we have those for sure.
we could try maybe like a cow? I don't know. I know not too many mammals in the ocean that you can drink blood from. So I haven't
Sure.
done a ton of experimenting and haven't been too long without the potion before.
Oh, he could be like a Cullen.
Man,
an ethical vampire.
He's glittering.
He's got golden eyes.
Anyway,
Say it.
I'm gonna try to get some shut eye, but thank you.
Okay, nighty night.
If these Captain's potions need cilantro, we're going to be made in the shade.
Yeah, I want to know more about those poshies.
Yeah, gotta learn about
It's
that.
salsa. We're on a quest to invent salsa out of this cilantro. That's the potion.
As you guys are laying down to rest your head at night, if everybody would roll me a perception check.
I'm not very good at that.
Say no more.
14 plus 2, 16 for Glint.
13 plus 4, 17 for Donny.
11 plus. Oh, I don't know how. I rolled a d4 also, and I don't know why, but it says 11 plus 4 plus 1, 16 for Sue.
Okay.
Nat 20 for Ridley from inside the shell
Let's go.
for a 23 total.
It just looks like inside of Iron Man's helmet. You have like all of the heads-up displays.
You can hear the game is on.
The number I was looking for was 17. Donny, Ridley, both of you realized that something is different about Fiddles.
Hmm.
Can't put your finger on it. Actually, Ridley, you can. His eyes are a different color.
I love you guys. I'm not doing anything about it yet. I'm so afraid that I'm not going to get to sleep.
Everybody can take a long rest. The night passes uneventful. Glint, you also get a respite from your nightmares.
Thank goodness.
He spit on his nightmares.
I spit on my nightmares, and the Nightmare King who sends them to torment my sleep. And he raises his sword to the sky, and it gets struck by lightning, and his shirt comes off, and his muscles are so big.
Fiddle shoves the waist tie of the robe of the Mario cardigan into his ears and rolls over and goes back to sleep.
Donnie's been like waiting for. He like got just enough sleep to get back to full HP. You can usually tell, and then he is just kind of waiting for Fiddle. Guessing maybe woke up before Fid, and it's just kind of like chilling right by.
Who's the last one awake?
Probably Snaps.
I think that Snaps is still
Definitely
asleep. Snaps is going to be like, we're going to have to serve breakfast around him.
Use him as a table.
Now, surprisingly, Snaps is awake pretty early. In the morning, he kind of shuffles near Sue. It's like, I heard you're the cook.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Are you looking to join?
That would be nice.
I'd have to tell you, being a sous chef is hard work. I'm going to test you. We're going to grow. It's going to be tough. But if you're willing to work with me, I think we can get you there.
I'm sure your job is very hard, but I guess I'll just be a snap chef.
Confidence. I like it. I see you. Okay, I see you. And she'll just like kind of drag him, and we'll go make some breakfast.
I tried making pizza earlier, but it didn't work. I thought I would just smush the tomatoes and it would make a sauce.
Fiddle, have you opened up your eyes?
I think at the mention of the word pizza, Fiddle's eyes like shoot open.
Immediately, Donny just goes, blue! Just like yells it. He's just been waiting. He's like, something's different.
Fiddle says, "No, Donny, no. My name is Fiddlesticks."
No, come on now, brother. I felt something last night. I felt it. Look at you, man. Your eyes changed colors, man. We've seen it. We've seen some crazy stuff, but when did this happen?
My eyes
Was it
changed color.
Yeah. Right, guys? And he kind of like looks around. He's like pointing at Fiddle's eyes.
Sue will kind of rub her head and be like, I don't know, a lot of stuff happened down that cave.
Something's good. Something's up.
Yeah, no. You're. I noticed it last night. Your eyes are different, kiddo.
How different? How would you say?
And Fiddle's kind of widens his eyes and like almost pleading with you. Like,
Are you sure different?
it's kind of just like a not right now kind of a look.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe, I guess the blue eyes that you've always had.
Yes. Thank
That
you.
we all know.
Thank you.
You saw some stuff back there. Maybe it's just they feel wiser. They feel like they got some stories behind them.
I mean,
that's what I saw.
You have a seaweed beard. So
I have a seaweed beard. Sue wears a hat. Snaps makes pizza. We all changed.
maybe
Donny died.
I did, yeah.
maybe that was my thing.
Sue, earlier you rubbed the top of your head. You noticed that the hair's starting to grow back.
Oh, love it. Got a nice little buzz.
Ridley, you are still blue and you still have a beard.
Thank you.
Leadhead has his face pressed to the moon in the door.
Is it safe light for him to come out right now?
I mean, you
He's
can
also
open
got
the
his
door.
like cloth shawl, right?
I just don't think that's doing him much. But yeah, open the door.
He doesn't leave. He stays inside.
Captain, we all chipped in and got you a little something. Sue, if you would do the honors.
Sue will take the cap and present it on two hands and just say, ta-da! Yes.
How did you guys know that I'm a Giant fan? I love them.
Something just told
Yeah.
us.
We had a hunch.
It's everything
buddy, just
about
a
you, man.
hunch.
It's all big. Big heart, big personality, big courage.
Big
yeah,
forehead,
giant.
huge forehead.
Yeah,
Come on.
I guess it never stops. So
All right, old blue eyes. Donnie's not over this whole blue thing.
stepping into to the middle of the shack or the overhang, he takes the hat and he'll put it on, and then he'll put on top of the hat the rags, but he'll keep the giant logo facing out.
Yes. Like, what's the little kid hat where like they always, they have like the cloth at the back to protect their little necks?
Yep.
That's what I'm picturing.
Oh, that's so good.
If we get together, well, I'll take you guys to a game.
Aww.
If we get some potions in, I can control my vampires.
Now, you
That'd-
keep saying potions. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, the captain, Captain Vance, if you remember him from
Heard of
the
him?
ship.
Yeah, no, yep.
Yeah,
remember,
absolutely.
I remember him.
You're
Appreciate
the only
it.
captain I see now, but yes.
He's he gets a bad rap. But anyways, he's got these potions that I guess his boss gives him, and they help us to control the vampire urges. And so I don't know too much about what they're made of, but I think there's a little bit of dragon in there, and tomato juice maybe.
Now, you said Captain Vance's boss.
I don't know the guy. Captain Vance. Captain Vance.
I thought Captain Vance was the captain.
Yeah, it's kind of like a network of vampire chips. and he has a boss.
Is it hey baby, is it an MLM?
Multi-level
I don't
monsters.
think so. It's
While this is happening, the camera zooms in on Glint's eye and it zooms through his eye and he has a vision like that's so Raven. Glint's having a memory of Captain Vance leaving the room where we all had dinner with him. And as he left the room, he touched the bust of a famous pirate named Cannon Fist, whose real name was Tim Dragonsbane, a man known for hunting the dragon who killed his wife. Guys, I think that, and this could be a major swing and a major miss. Leadhead, would you happen to know if Captain Vance's boss is somebody by the name of Cannon Fist?
Cannon Fist, says Fiddlesticks, just milliseconds after Glint says it. And he's like,
Same train of thought, my friend. You and me, you're rubbing off on me.
that does metaphorically ring a bell. I think I've heard him say that name before. And I imagine someone with a cannon for a fist would be a good boss.
Right. No, seems very capable
Decisive
of
man.
leading people. Yes, exactly. Not that helps us at all, but at least we have a name to, well, we don't have a face. We have a name.
If I had a cannon for a fist, it would make me feel more than a man. Like
If you say it.
Like a mega man.
Donnie's like the video game? Like Capcom? Are you talking about the video game?
did you say Capcom?
Sometimes when we hear about people like this, we could treat them as gods, but really they're Samus. Glint, would you have disclosed the conversation that you had with Leadhead last night?
Sure, yeah.
Because I wouldn't otherwise know. How many days has it been? He said day 7.
It's been 7 days since you guys escaped the ship.
So now is when the urges are getting bad.
He said they get basically uncontrollable after 7 more.
Okay, 7 more days.
After 7 more, okay.
Hey, Leadhead,
Yeah?
what's is the type of blood more like a preference thing, or will any blood get you where you need to go?
I know fish don't work. I've tried that. It's just not very satisfying. As you guys float down the river, what was formerly a pretty open river starts to become a lot swampier. And the trees that go off of the river's path, you can see that you're not too far away from swamp. The waters are pretty murky, and it looks like there's a whole bunch of mud and gunk in them. But you do see some creatures as you go along. There's some like river dolphins.
Dolphins are
and
mammals.
Sick. They have blood?
Dolphins do have blood.
They are mammals.
You can see like gators that are, doing their thing, soaking up the sun at the surface of the water. Lots of eel, snakes. You even see like some capybara off on the side of the river.
Donnie is going to he's gonna firebolt at the capybara.
No, Sue is going
We're
to trick
pirates.
Sue. Yeah, but they're capybara. They're the babiest of baby animals. They just want to hang out and chill.
Gonna firebolt.
Can I
Capybara.
dex save to try and knock his hand in a different direction?
Donnie, you can roll your firebolt with disadvantage.
Oh, oops. That's 3. Hold up. I clicked it too many times. I'm just so excited.
Can't wait to kill this
Okay, here we go. 15.
Roll one more because you have disadvantage.
Oh, yeah. 7.
Sue, how do you do it, Sue? Do you just shove his arm to the side as he's doing his little finger gun?
Yeah, I think I just hey, and I like knock his hand out of the way.
Like how when you reach for chips before dinner and your mom like slaps your hand.
Yeah.
Like that. No.
That's it. That's it.
Donnie, your arm, as you're firing the firebolt, goes reeling. There's a pretty large bullfrog that just explodes with the firebolt.
Sue, what's going on?
Now, Donnie, the capybara are some of the sweetest, most gentle. And you can't just go around shooting them with fire.
Well, our friend needs something to eat. What am I supposed to do?
There's a lot more fish in the sea. I know that fish like don't work, but you know what I mean.
Well, here's what we'll do, Sue. You tell me what I can throw one of these big fire boys at, all right? And then we'll do that.
I'm tempted to say literally anything else, but I know it's going to bite me in the ass.
As you guys float down the river, the trees get to the point where they're so large that it covers up the sky. So the canopy hangs over your heads. You can no longer see the sunlight. Leadhead takes a couple steps out of the cabin, kind of tentatively, and notices that he's not burned by the sunlight anymore. And also there's just this thick fog that starts to shroud the boat. And after a little bit, you're no longer able to even see the trees on the side. You know that you have at least a day or two more of sailing before you get to your destination.
I think Fiddlesticks sees the outhouse with the moon on it and sees the murky swamp and just gets a little unsettled at the fog, and so begins to sort of like sing to himself under his breath to calm himself, and is just kind of like,
So she said, what's the problem, baby? What's the problem? I don't know. Baby, I'm in love. I can't stop thinking about it.
you know, just something to calm the nerves.
Donnie hears that and he's just kind of like, hey, I'm glad you started singing something here. I got a little something special here for my friend Ridley. Ridley, I am really happy that you kind of like brought me back to life and everything. And it was already something on my mind, and we can take several stabs at it because I want it to be good for you, but I might have a little jingle for your place of work. Now, granted, I don't know too much about it, but you started building last night, and it just kind of came to mind. He just started to play the yarding, and then he kind of starts singing, like he's like kicking the stand and all the stuff that he knows that like Ridley fixed, and he's kind of dancing around. Also, maybe gives a nudge to Fiddle at one point to try and get his spirits a little bit up. And he says, is your vessel not looking so clean? A raging sea has been too mean. I know a place you never seen. Come on down. And he like looks like right up to Ridley. He's like, to Fontina Marina. And like does that a couple more times and just like keeps playing the Fontina Marina song in the midst of the fog and everything.
Ridley, his eyes also transform, but not in color, just in absolute childlike wonder of seeing. He has a lot of skills, but this isn't one of them, and so it feels like magic that someone has done this. And so if you sang it a few times, he would keep trying to like catch you, like Fontina Marina, like, and just try and he is over the moon, and so uncharacteristically happy on this. I would also think like Snaps is probably like getting a groove on thinking about this because he works there a lot.
I think Snaps beatboxes. It's just me, but I feel like Snaps would beatbox for this.
Remix.
Yeah, that feels like his vibe.
For sure.
So fun.
All of you notice during this jam session, water's starting to get in the boat. Not an alarming amount, but the
We didn't fix it.
the holes are definitely starting to become a problem.
Wait, we did fix it.
No, you built a cabin.
We just built a cabin. I think we scoop the water and fix, yeah?
That's fine. I mean, you're not doing anything else. You can.
Guys, can everybody be on scoop duty while we while Ridley and I tag team this repair?
How much water is in the boat?
Not a concerning amount. It's not sinking. but you know that this could create a larger problem.
You and I have different
let's get
definitions
this-
of concerning amounts of water in boats.
Let's get to scooping. Let's scoop.
Yeah, Sue
We
will pass
fixed
out
that.
some pots and pans.
As everyone's feet start getting wet, Leadhead
The socks.
nudges Ridley at one point and just hands him some socks.
Oh, yes.
But he's manually, with his hands, stretched the ankle hole
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
so they fit better around your...
Fit over my my tree trunk stumpies.
The boat is catches a bit of a wave, and I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez,
boy.
pizzos.
Uh-oh.
That was a 16 for Sue. It was a crit fail, but lucky treat. Let me re-roll that bad boy.
Ridley, what'd you get?
A 12?
I see 16 on here. Did you roll twice?
I did roll twice because I didn't select myself first, and so I took the old penalty.
Fiddles rolled a 5, has a +6 to Inish.
Glint, you have a 9 plus.
+2, so 11.
Donny, do you have a dex bonus?
No, 9 + 0.
2 crocodiles appear beside the boat. You notice that their scales are drooping from their bodies, and they have this blank look in their eyes. These are zombified crocodiles.
Oh, zombodiles.
Oh.
And your boat lurches forward as a giant one appears behind.
Oh!
Oh, no.
Oh!
Donnie, I was going to say you could try these, but they don't look very tasty.
You roll for them. The crocodiles are going to go on initiative count 16, but they have a -1, so they'll go after Ridley and Sue. However, since they have surprised you, is anyone immune to surprise? No. Okay. On their turn, both of these crocodiles on the side are going to lurch up, and one is going to try to bite at Fiddles, and the other one is going to try to bite at Donny, who is playing his merry tune. 18 to hit for both.
Yeah, it's going to do it.
That will do 8 damage.
I just healed.
Both of you need to make strength saving throws. You can make a dex save if you'd like to. Strength
Yeah, I
or
would definitely
dex.
like to make a dex. Thank you. I got a 12, and my modifier is a +5 to dex, so that is a 17.
Okay, that's going to pass. As you're able to just slip through its jaws when it tries to drag you into the water.
So I do take the damage, but I don't take...
You're
I don't
not
get dragged
grappled.
into the water. Gotcha.
I got a natural 20.
Ooh!
Ooh. Yep, Donnie, you're able to...
It would have been +2, so it's a 22.
Yeah, you're able to, when it tries to drag you under, you're able to just stiff arm it off the boat. This biggin on the rear end is going to try to take a bite out of the boat.
Uh-oh.
That will be a 22 to hit.
Ooh.
And
That's my favorite boat, Gage.
Wait. Is this the Fontina Marina boat?
Yep.
Because that has an AC of 24. I'm sorry.
it does have the sturdy feature, so it takes off 10 of the damage, so it'll take 5 damage.
Hey, look at you, Ridley.
I shit 5 damage for breakfast.
You might want to get that looked at.
Ridley, after you are surprised, you feel the boat lurch as a giant zombie crocodile takes a bite out of it. And it's your turn, you're up.
So I think Ridley is gonna run straight up to the big crocodile that is actively biting the boat.
Mm-hmm.
Using his trident, Ridley is going to try and see if he can pin this crocodile's face to the boat by stabbing down through it.
Go
Very
for
good.
it. Roll to hit.
13 plus 4, 17.
17 is going to do it. So you pin him to the boat. You can roll for damage.
3 plus 2, 5 damage.
Okay. Are you going to use your bonus action to attack?
Oh, yeah. Well, oh, wait. That damage that I did was two-handed.
Okay.
So I think it's fair thinking about trying to put a trident through a crocodile face that I would use 2 hands.
Sure. That makes sense. Okay. Sue, you are up.
All right, Sue is also down by that giant monster croc. and will kind of take out of her apron loop her little meat tenderizer and is just going to strike out with that.
Okay, roll the hit.
That's a 14 plus 4, 18.
18's going to do it. Roll for damage.
That's 3 plus 2, 5 damage.
All right. Anything else?
Ooh, let me check my bonus actions real quick. Nope, I don't think so.
You boop him on the schnauzer.
Go on, get.
Okay. On the crocodile's turn, these ones on the side, one is going to move towards Glint after seeing that he couldn't drag Donny into the water, and will attack Glint, while the other one still tries chomping at Fiddles. Both are going to miss. So they reach up for
that's
you,
right.
and both you guys duck behind the lip of the boat. This big one is still chomping at the boat. And he's starting to lay his weight down, and he stops the boat from
No.
because he's already biting down on the boat. When he gets stuck, he has disadvantage, and he's not going to be able to do anything to it this turn.
Yes.
Glint, you're up.
How much water would you say is in this swamp? And can you please say it's 10 gallons or less?
A lot more than that.
So like 9 gallons? Yeah, why not? Why not just give him an Arcano core? I'm gonna aim at this crocodile that just tried to, the zombie crocodile that just tried to bite me. Are they all 3 zombies? They're all 3 zombies. I'm gonna aim at the zombie
All
crocodile.
3 are zombies. One of them is a giant.
I'm gonna aim at the regular-sized zombie crocodile that just tried to bite me with an Arcano core. You know, it does not want to let me put it in roll 20. Okay, it just let me have an unarmed strike. I don't want to do that. I got a nat 20. I got a dirty 20 and an unarmed strike. I can slap the shit out of this crocodile, but I can't pull a bomb out of my
No,
purse.
you can use that 19 for your Arcano core. You can just roll
Okay.
2d8 plus 1d6.
All right, with a 19, can I say that I put the Arcano core in its mouth? It tries to bite me, and I just stick it right under its tongue.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Like a pill.
Just put it in peanut butter first.
2d8, that is a
A 3 and a 2.
3 and a 2.
You also have 1d6 in there, but you can choose 3 or 2 for the damage type. I guess you don't choose. I think it does both.
So that is fire and poison.
Okay.
And then a d6?
And then a d6.
1.
6 total damage. It gets a little bit of a popper in its mouth.
Jalapeno.
But with
Little
the
pop and boba.
with that zombified flesh, though, it does more than you expect. Are you gonna use your bonus action or anything else?
No.
Okay. Fiddles, you're up.
We're not moving anymore.
We're not moving.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Booming Blade on the crocodile nearest me. So just a quick reminder that Booming Blade is a spell where I make a normal melee attack against this crocodile, but I leave a thunder charge inside of it where if it willingly moves 5 feet or more, it explodes with 1d8 thunder damage.
Okay, roll the hit.
That's gonna be a 4 plus 5.
Not gonna do it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. So then Fiddles is going to use the bonus action to disengage and jog towards the back of the boat.
Okay, go ahead and move your token over there. And Donny, you're up.
Donnie saw that Glint's move did more damage than they would expect. So he starts to rub his thumb and his index finger together real fast, making that really shrill, like, fiddle. Like I think I've described
Yes?
it before. It's like kind of before Devil Went Down to Georgia kind of vibes. No. As I was thinking this to myself. And Firebolt at its face.
Okay, roll the hit.
Sue just swats your hand again.
No, the crocodiles are okay.
14 plus 4, 18.
That'll hit. Roll for damage. It'll be a d10.
That is 10. So that's 10 fire damage.
Hey.
How do you kill it?
Whoa! I like look over. I'm like, hell yeah, Glint, good job there. Zoom! And like just points like right at its. I think it's close enough because it tried to bite Glint. So I just put my index finger on its temple and just pop it like a balloon.
Nice.
And then he's like, Donnie will look back and just be kind of like, I think fire's good. Use fire if you've got it.
Anything else on your turn?
Nope.
All right. On initiative count 0, Leadhead is going to run over here. And with a plank of wood, he's going to try to slam down on this croc.
Come on, baby.
Is going to hit with a 13 and does 8 damage.
That's impressive.
Dang.
Bonking also works. Ridley, you're up.
Is there a way to roll? I want to determine if radiant damage is good against undead things. My knowledge here in 2024 would say there's a pretty good chance.
You can
Is this Arcana or something?
Arcana or Religion, whichever you prefer.
And is this free?
Yeah.
Okay. He knows a few close-up magicians. So he racks his Arcana brain for a 12.
A 12, you would know it's happened before. You've heard stories about radiant damage being pretty good against the foes who come from the realm of the undead, but you're not positive.
Okay, so he's gonna take a shot here. Hey, do we want to move or do we want to keep this big one from attacking us? I think it's one or the other, guys.
Talking about like moving the boat?
Yeah, the old big gal, Miss Ruby from Sly Cooper.
Yeah.
That's for exactly 3 people. She's the reason we're not moving because she's weighing the boat down.
She done chomped us.
I think-
She's pinned to the deck with
I
my
think
trident.
the extra 12 seconds it's going to take I think that's worth it if you hold her still.
Cool. Okay, great. So then Ridley's just going to attack with my glaive.
You have to let go of the trident for that.
Oh, okay. So is it still stuck in the deck?
Yeah.
But I'm just not putting pressure on it?
Correct.
Okay, I'll take my chances there. I got a 18 plus 4, 22.
That'll hit.
4 plus 2, 6 damage. But in that process, I'm also, as a bonus action, going to cast Divine Smite, which is when you hit with a melee weapon attack. I call upon the gods of savings and a good deal, and I can expend 1 spell slot to deal 2d8 extra radiant damage.
So roll those 2d8 as Dave Ramsey inspires a crocodile to get a total money makeover.
That's a total of 9.
9 radiant damage.
It was a 7 and a 2. Yeah.
It does more than you expect. I guess just as much as you hoped for.
Awesome.
What's crazy is the crocodile also cuts up all its credit cards.
Puts all of its cash into envelopes.
It goes to buy a used car, not a new one.
Fire is good, bonking is good, and Jesus Christ is also good.
Bonk if you love Jesus.
All right, Sue.
All right, Sue, being inspired by the radiant damage she just saw her good friend Ridley use, will get out her little fire starter, and will cast Sacred Flame, which I thought was fire damage, but it is radiant damage. That sacred piece. That is a dex save.
This is
And
the
you're
spell that Shadowheart always misses.
Correct.
Yes. Always. It's a save of 13 DC.
It fails.
Yay. No, fails is good, right?
Yeah, fails is good.
Oh,
Roll for
sorry. I
damage.
thought you meant the spell fails. I was like, Shadowheart.
Yay!
Stop.
Shadowheart came true.
Ooh, that's 8. Max damage.
Good stuff. It is bloodied.
All right, y'all.
On its turn, on the crocodile's turn, one of them is going to jump up and try to get Leadhead. Fails. And the other one, the giant one, is going to open its mouth. Or sorry, first, it's going to try to break the restraint from the trident. And it's going to make a strength save against... It's going to contest. Ridley, make an athletics check for me as you try to... Oh, I guess you're not holding it down, so... It's just going to make it against...
I don't think I am, yeah.
Okay. It gets a 15, and that will wrench the trident free, it is going to... It goes underwater, and you feel its tail slam against the boat. But it doesn't seem to do enough to actually break any wood or anything, but it is underwater.
Does it have my trident in its face? Or did it leave the trident?
It left the trident. It's on the ground of the boat.
Boat ground.
Some would say deck.
Some, but I'm uncommon, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
The green item.
Okay, Glint, you're up.
Arcanocore again, the people's favorite. Let's hit the other one, the other small crocodile with another Arcanocore.
All right, roll for bunk.
20 plus 5, 25. Gage, does that hit your magic crocodile?
It sure does.
Jeez.
Correct.
So you are going to roll 4d8 plus 2d6 on this little zombie croc.
Ooh, poor guy. Poor guy. I honestly feel bad for him.
And if you get any of the same 2d8, it branches off.
Well, I got 3 d8. I got 3 1s and a 2 with my d8. So that would be 3 acid and 1 cold damage.
Okay. It's still roll the 2d6.
3 plus 4, 7.
Okay, that will kill it as it just explodes
now.
from the inside.
After while, crocodile.
Nice.
Got him.
And you need to roll another spell attack roll as the magic from the Arcanocore lances out, trying to find the giant one.
Wonderful. That's another d20, right?
Yep.
What do you know about another
Shut
crit?
up.
A 20 plus 5. 25.
Yeah, roll that.
go.
Roll it. Dosh, you've gotten like 20 crits.
Come on.
That's amazing.
Let's go.
Hot dice.
That beautiful bean footage, dude.
Let's get another 48.
Another 4d8?
Yes, here's the danger. If you roll any of the same d8s, it's going to arc towards somebody on the boat.
Guys.
Or one of the NPCs that you have following.
Okay, we're good.
One of our
a 7,
babies?
6, a 4, and a 5. I got a 7, a 6, a 4,
Beautiful.
and a 5,
Wow.
which means that is psychic, poison, lightning, and force.
What
And
luck.
then what do I roll? D6s?
2d6.
Some capybaras about to die.
That's a 4 and a 2, a 6.
Okay. Cool. You can still feel it swimming beneath the boat. So it is not down for the count yet. Is there anything else you'd like to do first?
Can I roll any more 20s? Like, what can I do for
Dude,
that?
these dice are so
No,
hot.
You
okay.
can roll 20 if you want.
That's it.
If you want Davey to attack.
What can Davey do attack-wise?
Davey,
I think
current.
Yo,
can just,
we haven't asked this.
unarmed, like slap.
No,
right?
he has an actual attack.
He has a gun.
He's had one the whole time.
And he can cast a cantrip from a certain item that you have. He can cast Shocking Grasp, but he'd have to go down there to get him.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Davey's an unarmed
He doesn't
guy.
have any ranged attacks, so I mean, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He probably doesn't need to breathe. So
I think Davey's probably like boxing his arms in the air, like let me at him, and I'm just put a hand on Davey's chest and I'm holding him back. So
Oh.
Davey's not going to do anything this turn.
all right, Fiddles, you're up.
I can't do anything.
Okay, throw your ball bearings in the water.
No, I only have like 950 of them left.
Okay, you can.
I think
throw,
Fiddles.
dive.
I think Fiddles. Well, could I realistically shoot an arrow hard enough into the water to hit it?
You could. It has a little bit of a bonus to its AC, but
Okay,
because
yeah, I
you
think
can't see it.
I think Fiddles looks sort of balefully at his rapier and like sheaths it, like ashamed of how hard it missed. And then steps up, like runs up to the edge of the boat, 1 foot up, and draws his bow and just points straight down. Just like pulls the bow out and points straight down at. Can I see the head? Like, can I see like the juicy brain meat kind of area?
No, but you can see where it is under the surface from the giant explosion.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'm gonna try and shoot an arrow through the water at him.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's gonna be an 8 plus 5, 13.
13 does not quite hit with
So-
its being under the water.
I think the arrow like hits the water and just gets whipped away by like I'm gonna say like a tail. Feels good to me, right? Like a
that's
almost
it.
just like a smash, and I'm just like, no, my arrow.
Okay, Donny,
Where is this thing swimming? Do I need to move in the boat to orient myself?
you can see the explosion happen over here.
I'm going to come to where the explosion is. And I got to tell you, there's not much I can do. I don't think a whip is going to work in water.
You can always try.
Donny's going to do a touch of, I think he's going to do a little bit of noodling here. And he's just going to punch into the swamp. He heard that tail, like, come up. And he's just going to run over and just, like, try and catch it a little bit and just punch into the swamp.
All right, man. Roll the hit.
Right.
So unarmed.
Right.
Carter's first character? Yeah, his first character's name was Donny.
11 plus 4, 15.
Tried to punch a 75-foot zombie crocodile.
He tried to
Dragged
punch a
into the
zombie
swamp.
crocodile?
With the cover it gets from the water and the little splishes and splashes it gets, it's not going to do it. All right. At initiative count 0, Leadhead looks at you guys, and it looks like he's contemplating jumping in the water. Does the crowd cheer him on?
No.
Don't do it, buddy. Leadhead, I know it seems like a good idea, but you can't breathe this stuff or swim
You
very
know
good,
it
so I
seems
wouldn't
like
do
a
it.
good idea.
I think I'd sink, but okay.
But okay.
I think it'd be pretty bad, but whatever you say, man.
Ridley, you're up.
I don't know.
Jump in.
Jump in?
Do you have any swimming powers as a
Yeah.
turtle?
Is swimming a power?
Swim speed.
I just can swim, I think, as fast as I can walk.
Correct. Which means you don't have disadvantage whenever you attack in the water. And you have a trident.
Okay. Ridley's gonna backflip Gainer into the swamp.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
No. As a man in his 50s, Ridley is going to gently plop into the swamp.
Do you keep your tie on?
Absolutely. The tie stays on during all recreational activities.
Snaps is like, hey, my dad ain't never done that.
That's right. Ridley sheds a tear that joins the swamp. I would like to swim in the direction of the tail that we saw and use my movement speed until I find a stabbable crocodile.
Oh, you find it. It was directly under the boat.
Okay. I would like to stab it.
Go for it. Roll the hit. Your glaive does not work well under the water.
I was going to say the trident feels like the right vibe.
Absolutely.
Is this a one-handed?
You should use two-handed. You would know that being a water person.
Very generous. 18 plus 4, 22.
Yep, that'll do it.
And then the damage was 7. And I will also use another Divine Smite
Absolutely. 2d8.
for 11 radiant damage.
Okay. You stab, and when you smite, it does not appear as you imagine it typically does. The crocodile is not tormented with its debt or
Dang.
infused with the powers of the cross, I guess. You see a spectral turtle head rise up from the ground that snaps it and shakes its head and kills the crocodile.
Do we all see this?
No. Just Ridley.
Okay.
Oh my.
Has Ridley ever seen this before?
Ridley has not seen this before.
Okay.
You would know there's a sect of turtles who believe that your people have descended from dragon turtles.
Dragon turtles.
And that sometimes the ancestors appear in times of need.
Oh.
I cannot speak for whether you have not believed these tales or not.
Okay. I don't know that I can yet either.
Okay, and with that, initiative is over. Leadhead turns to you guys and says, I would, if I was a betting man, and I am, I would say that the captain sent these after us.
Oh,
That doesn't
no.
seem very cool of him.
Sometimes he does stuff like that. You know, he's got a little bit of a temper.
So you've seen creatures like this before that Captain has used?
Yeah, some of the... I mean, the captain has some sort of magical abilities for, you know, he can raise some beasts and stuff from the dead.
Do they get bigger, perchance?
No, I think he might have just found this one laying around.
Gotcha. Okay.
Ridley comes up from the swamp. What? Croc's dead.
How's the boat looking from down there? I feel like we got a nasty chomp.
Yeah, thank you for asking. I do not think that the Triple Dipper has the supplies that we require, but we will absolutely need to patch up a few holes.
Okay, I do have the cantrip mending, which I am now remembering.
I do too.
But I'm struggling to try and figure out how that would fit into Sue's character.
Well, I mean, just thinking about real life applications, mending would be unbelievably useful all the time. Like if you rip a piece of clothes or your shoes start to get worn out,
Break a knife in the kitchen.
break a knife in the kitchen, you could sharpen your knife with mending.
If a
which I
pot
think
rust.
would be
Okay.
unbelievably useful.
Okay. But we don't have materials that we need to we need to fix,
You
right?
do have the materials to fix it. So
Oh,
with
great.
the two
Well,
of you
then-
using mending, you could definitely repair the boat while it's on the move.
I lied. I don't have it. I thought I had it. I don't
Okay.
have it.
Well, Sue will at least offer up her skills and say, you know, I'm pretty handy. Let me see if I can help.
You won't be able to make complete repairs for now, but you can.
At least enough to keep us afloat.
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Can we pull over to the shore and make some vital repairs?
The unfortunate thing about where you are is that there's no real shore.
It was just swampy.
It's just swamp.
If we kill enough capybara, can we make a shore?
Absolutely. I mean, you got all kinds of stuff you can kill to pile up. Got gator, got dolphins. You guys see an anaconda swimming through the swamp in the distance?
I don't want none.
He's gonna want me. I'm caked.
The only day is leg day.
As you guys sail through this river, I need everybody to make a wisdom save.
That's a 3 + 5, 8 for Sue.
That's a 12. Should be a -1, so an 11 for Fiddles.
8 + 0, which is 8 for Glint.
6 + 3, 9 for Ridley.
5 + 2, 7.
Okay.
For
Everybody,
We seemed so wise as a group when we considered our
I know.
actions.
Plus
There's a
5.
lot of pluses on there.
everyone except for Fiddles, as you guys sleep, you're tormented by terrible nightmares that keep you from regaining spell slots, as you're not able to get a full rest. You're able to regain your health, that's fine. But over the next, it's a 2-day journey between where you are and what I'm about to tell you. But you're not able to regain your spell slots. You can set your health back to full. I would like everyone who is having nightmares to share what torments them in their sleep.
The first nightmare that Ridley has is he's walking back to the marina after a lunch. He doesn't do that very often. So he's already feeling a little bit guilty, but he's worked his entire life for this. He's kind of earned it. and there's this budding young associate that's been coming in to help him out. It's not Snaps. He doesn't let Snaps sell anything. And he sees that there's like a handshake. It's like, oh, great, a boat's been sold. Fantastic deal. And he looks down at the paper to discover that the boat was sold at an incredible deal to the customer. And so then he wakes for a moment and just sweats, complete, like there's tears. I mean, it's really scary stuff. Thinking that the customer was right in any capacity. I think the second one is it's more vague, and it comes to him in snapshots that he knows really well, which is him. He's swimming off the coast of Eberron, and the water is clear. There's no place like it. It's so beautiful. The sun is shining through. And then the next snapshot is he's meeting with like a wall. Like there's so many turtles that are all there and looking at him. And then the next snapshot is the turtles swimming away and one staying behind. And then the next snapshot is two hanging heads before the final turtle also turns his back and leaves Ridley floating alone in the expansive coast off of Eberron before turning back and heading home.
Okay, I think Sue, at first it starts off kind of like just a typical dream. She's in the kitchen, she's cooking, and everything just feels very like at home. The kitchen she's in is big and clean and bustling. In the background, there's lots of other faces, but you can't quite make them out. And then all of a sudden, out of the the corner of her eye, you just see like flames. Just you can't tell where they started from, but all of a sudden, flames are just engulfing, and things are melting. People are panicking, and Sue is just frozen. And I think that's just kind of where it ends. She's just frozen in fear, can't move, like fight, flight, freeze. She's definitely in that freeze and is just stuck.
Glint's dreaming of his childhood. He's a kid. His dad's Stag and Moss have taken him to the center of town to see Velos, the velociraptor rider. She's riding through town. Glint is so excited to see her. She's on her huge, glittering golden velociraptor that Glint about got swindled for the Forge Fighter card of. Pushes his way to the front of the crowd as he's looking at Velos and looking at the velociraptor. Velos's face kind of begins to change in the way that sometimes happens as you're having a nightmare, where it goes from looking friendly to looking angry to looking monstrous. And then Glint looks to his left and Davy's there. Davy didn't exist at this time, so Glint is already kind of like, hey, what's going on? He looks back at Velos and her velociraptor, and then the dinosaur lunges at Davy as if to attack him. There's a huge flash of light and the squeal of a dying velociraptor, and then Glint wakes up, sweaty palms, sweaty backs of his knees.
Donny's dream, he is in the Demon Wastes, an area that's described as like the labyrinth. So there's just these crags and just tall cliffs, and it's hard to navigate, but it's what seems to be the end of a great battle. And the orc army around him is much taller than him. He feels very small again and very incapable and young, and he's kind of trying his hardest not to drag a greatsword behind him, and he's being summoned by what seems to be his father to come up to the front, standing by this like kneeling great white, I think they're Rakshasa, like the big, it's like a tiger humanoid this Rakshasa is looking in defeat and is chained down and is bending his head over in kind of forceful way. And Donny feels like he's like 10 years old, is being asked to finish this great leader himself. It's like some rite of passage. And so he, the best he can, pulls up the great sword, and right as it starts to come down on the back of this great white tiger's neck, he would wake up.
Can Fiddles have a dream? Is that okay?
Yeah, that's cool.
Originally, my temptation was to say that Fiddles is swimming in an ocean of nachos and is just really excited about it. I think that Fiddles is having, I think by contrast, an even especially good dream. Fiddles is sitting in a nice wooden chair. It's one of those chairs that like sort of almost lays. That's how far it reclines. And all of you are there on the beach with Fiddles. And Leadhead is there. Nicole Kidman is there. The elves are there. I think that Snaps is there. And everybody's laughing and everybody's having a good time. And it's sort of like general din of conversation. Nothing specific really happening. But Fiddles just kind of has a moment where he looks from face to face and everybody kind of turns and looks at Fiddles, and there's nothing said, there's nothing done, there's no action taken, but Fiddles just feels like he's allowed to be here. Like it's okay to just be with this group of people. And I think Fiddles would likely like snuggle closer to a blanket and give like a just like a real the best sleep from the stream.
In the morning of the second day, everybody's waking up, eating breakfast. You guys notice that Nicole Kidman is perched on Fiddle's wrist and seems to be entranced with a ring that Fiddles has on his finger.
It's a pinky ring, just by the way.
It's a pinky ring. It's
gloves are on, but it's fingerless gloves. The ring's on the outside because flashy. Just to be clear, just to be so clear about the fashion here.
Snaps is sitting with Glint discussing forge fighting cards. Hey, but level with me here. That's Donyark Ghaash'kalla, right? I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy. I had the same thought. He goes by Donny now. And get this, Donyark Ghaash'kalla, the hero of the North, gave me a nickname. He called me the Wind Wrangler.
He looks around like to his right and to his left. He sees that Ridley isn't around or in the earshot. And he goes, "That's badass."
It is badass.
Fiddles yells language at Glint. Language.
Sorry. It's cool. It's very cool.
I had a special edition of a Donny card, and it had him riding this giant pig. I don't know. I heard that the orcs in the north ride giant pigs because horses can't take their weight. So,
wow, that's incredible. I just had the standard edition Donyark Ghaash'kalla. That's incredible.
Yeah. Everybody make me a perception check.
That was bad. 3 + 3, 6.
7 + 4, 11.
Critical failure for
Is it
Glint.
9 - 1, 8 for me.
10 + 3, 13.
As you guys sail through the swamp, the river is pushing you along this winding course, and you hear sharp chirping coming from the trees and deeper into the fog. And as it continues, you see a couple of wooden shacks. Something seems wrong because they seem a little bit misshapen. But there is a wooden break in the water that slows down your ship. Perched on top of these shacks, all the way down the course of the river, almost from out of the fog, a village full of chameleon people appear